Okay, so I'm going to take a few minutes out of my holiday, by the way, if you're wondering where I am in this very sort of prison-like setup. I'm in a bedroom in a hotel room on holiday, and I'm taking a few minutes out of my holiday, not to get away from my screaming children, but to make your lives slightly more, your bloody miserable life slightly more bearable. So I'm sorry that this video isn't going to be very well edited or anything. But I've got to get back to my darling children at some point. Anyway, on Saturday night, a global event happened. We learned so much more. Harry revealed all again, but this time to Gabor Maté. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. He does talk a bit like that, though, doesn't he? They all kind of talk a bit like that, don't they, in Eastern Europe, don't they? No, but he does talk a bit like that. Anyway, Canadian psychologist. Why are there so many Canadian psychologists? He's Hungarian-Canadian, Gabor Maté. Anyway, Canadian psychologist, Hungarian-Canadian psychologist, child psychologist, sat down with Prince Harry. I think of all of the Canadian psychologists he could have sat down with, he sat down with the one that's going to be most sympathetic to him, a child psychologist. It wouldn't have done him any good to sit down with Jordan Peterson or Gad Saad or Steven Pinker, who I think are all psychologists, aren't they? I think so. Yes, they are. Anyway, Prince Harry sat down with a trauma expert, a child trauma expert. And Gabor Maté, if you haven't come across Gabor Maté before, I have. And he's the kind of person I've come across, you know, when I'm looking through YouTube and I'm kind of feeling bad about the way I bring up my kids. And he makes me feel 10 times worse because he confirms all of my greatest fears, that I am in fact traumatizing my children beyond repair and beyond my wildest imagination with every step I take. But hey ho, let's see what we discovered about Prince Harry from this fascinating global event, this reveal all interview. What did we learn? We learned, according to the Express, where I'm getting my information from, we learned 10 things, right? First of all, Harry's ADD diagnosis. Now, a lot of people in the comments say that I've got ADD. Well, I haven't. Maybe you've got ADD, all right? So shut up. But I haven't got ADD, and I can concentrate, and I am going to read this article, and I'm not going to get distracted. I'm not going to go off on random tangents. Harry's ADD diagnosis. Trauma expert Gabor Maté, Dr. Gabor Maté, diagnosed the 38-year-old with attention deficit disorder during the interview on Saturday, having come to the conclusion after reading the book. So he came to the conclusion after reading the book. Now, forgive me 1 second, Dr. Maté. But that's not what you're supposed to do. You can't make a diagnosis from reading a book. Sorry. You wouldn't get Dr. Todd Grande making any diagnosis from reading a book. No, it would take years of sitting down and getting to know the guy, all right? So just saying he's got ADD, what are your credentials, Gabor? Eh? You're a world-famous psychologist? Yeah, sure. All right. Well, anyway, he's got ADD according to Gabor, right? Attention deficit disorder, which is abbreviated to ADD, is a term used for people who have excessive difficulties with concentration without the presence of other ADHD symptoms, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yeah, I wouldn't say, in my clinical opinion, I would not say, I would agree with Gabor there. I would say Harry does not have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yeah, if he doesn't look hyperactive, does he, Harry? Rather slovenly. IMO. It is also the most common neurodevelopmental disorder. Right, it's the most common one, so he's probably got it, hasn't he? We're going to hell in a handbasket. If we're just diagnosing people left, right and centre, you know. Right, we can't be doing that. Speaking to the Duke, Mr. Maté said, reading the book. I need to stop that. Reading the book, I diagnose you with ADD. I see it as a normal response to normal stress, not a disease. Following the expert's diagnosis, Harry joked. He's a... he'd be a laugh down the pub, wouldn't he? Unless he did that thing that he did to that. Anyway, yeah, he'd be a laugh down the pub. Harry joked, thanking him for his free session of therapy. God, he's a Jack the lad. Oh, look at that picture of Harry's fuzzy... What do I even call that? I bet you're glad I haven't edited this video down and you're getting all the extra... all these words that don't exist and my humming and hawing. I bet that's what... You know, this is more authentic, isn't it? I should do all my videos like this. And I'm sure none of you will feel that I'm wasting your time. Number 2. I would add, like, sound effects or something like an explosion here. In fact, I'm going to do it. See, I did do some editing. Alright? Okay, are you happy now? Alright, there you go. Harry, number 2. Harry reveals he has read extraordinary book reviews for Spare. Now, does he mean extraordinarily good or extraordinarily bad? Because he is quite the negative Nancy, isn't he? Our Prince Harry Windsor. Harold. Well, he said in the Q&A segment of the interview, Harry made a reference to the sheer amount of responses he has received since the release of Spare. Right? He said, there are now over 48,000 reviews. Adding that some people have written essays. Some people have written novels about my novel. Some do their dissertation on Spare. 48,000, is that how many? How do they know that? Are they like on like official review websites? Is mine included in there? My reviews of this Seal Opera and stuff like that? Look at me reminding you of my greatest hits. Yeah. Remember when I was good and I edited my videos? I will be back editing videos. I'm on holiday. Give me a break. I haven't got ADD. Where was I? He added, to hear people's take on my story and the book and what it means to them, it has been a humbling and also extraordinary. And it makes it all worth it. I thought maybe the millions of pounds you're making made it all worth it, Harry. You grifter bitch. No, alright, I'm going to stop being... Alright, that's opinion. It's not libelous. Calling him a grifter bitch. Is it? Is it slander? It probably is slander. But I'm in Spain. Come and get me. Yeah? I'd like to see your British lawyers come out. Can they do that? I'm still a British citizen. Probably not worth thinking about, is it? People have said worse, haven't they? Probably. Taking to Twitter last month, one user revealed the impact that Spare had had on them, describing it as a transformational book. Yes, like Kafka's Metamorphosis, isn't it? Like The Steppenwolf by Hermann Hesse. Transformational. My mind just started to melt when I was reading Spare. You know? They wrote, I lost my father at the same age, in parenthesis, that Harry lost his mother. I lost my father at the same age that Harry lost his mother, so many things about his grief, shock and trauma made so much sense. Yeah, that he said he was sad. There's nothing profound about it. Not the bits I read. Oh, it wasn't transformational, was it? I wouldn't call it transformational. Anyway, number 3, the third big reveal that we got from Harry's sit down with Gabor Maté, right? Harry opened up about how therapy would impact his memories of Diana. Blah, blah, blah. The Duke revealed how he felt reluctant to attend therapy, fearing that it would impact his memories of his late mother who passed away when he was only 12. You don't need to clear that up, Express. We know his mother passed away when he was 12. If there is one thing we know about Harry, it's that his mother passed away when he was 12. And we were all very sorry for him. We all felt sorry for him until he turned into a big whinging, turning 40, grifter, race-baiting, trauma, porn. Oh God, I really need to edit my videos. You know, no one's as talented as they seem. I'll just keep reading. He claimed that he initially believed that he needed to cling on to the grief in order to feel close to her. Well, I'm glad you got over that mad occurrence of thought. Eh? Harry? I'm glad you're not still clinging on to the grief and God forbid, selling it on your worldwide privacy tour. I'm glad you're not milking that cash cow until its teats give no more. I'm being sarcastic, in case you didn't realise. You make me sick. No, I'm joking. I don't really get that passionate about things. Having realised that his mother would have wanted him to move on. She might have wanted you to move on. Having realised that his mother would have wanted him to move on, he sought help to deal with his emotions, describing that therapy lifted a weight off his chest. When it came to processing what he had experienced with losing a parent, particularly at such a young age. Yeah. You know, moving on. It's not for me to say how someone deals with losing a parent at a young age. It really isn't. And I do think we should show empathy to a degree, but not... There's something cynical, isn't there, about him talking about it constantly and selling it at a premium. You could only listen to this fucking talk with Gabor Maté if you paid 30 quid or whatever it was to sit and listen to him whinge again about his dead mother and the racist Brits and... Everything's bad, isn't it? 4, big reveal. Okay, number 4. Harry claimed he didn't want sympathy. What? Well, why didn't you say so, Harold? You didn't want sympathy. What the hell? What the hell? Speaking about his 38 years of life, Harry said that he didn't want any sympathy for telling his story. Harry claimed he wasn't a victim by sharing his story and instead hoped that it would encourage others to seek help. Do you know, on a serious note, I don't think it encourages anything other than people See, there's a big problem, I think, in the last few years. Yes, it's great that we can talk about our mental health if we need to and all that kind of thing. But I do think that a lot of people end up in a cycle whereby they become addicted to their trauma, right? Most people in their life go through traumatic events. Traumatic things happen to them. Even small things can affect you in a big way. And you get people that just hang on to it, and that becomes their personality. It becomes the only thing. And especially if it's a commodity, like in Harry's case, the way he's just selling it for millions and millions. You know, he's making a killing off being depressed. That's bad for him. And, you know, I think it has a net negative result, all of this. It's not good to go around when you're in your late 30s, when you've clearly got so many good things going for you, you know, millions and millions of pounds in the bank, and you're just going around talking about your dead mum all the time. I'm sorry your mum died. It's very sad, but shut up. I'm sorry you didn't like the royal obligations of going around cutting ribbons and shit, but shut up. I'm sorry you didn't like all the flashing cameras and, you know, but just shut up. Nobody cares. Fuck off. I don't know. Number 5. Okay, number 5. Harry said he always felt different to other royals. Yes, he was more of a stating that he believed his late mother felt the same, Harry admitted that he always felt different to all the other members of the royal family. Harry also revealed that it felt great upon reflecting on breaking free from the royal mould. I would agree if he had actually done any of the things. So if you got away from the royal way of life, I've said this before, but the fact that he says he feels great about it is ridiculous. First of all, in the royal family, he wouldn't have got all the negative press if Meghan had just learned to, take a back seat and be humble and, Kate Middleton, perfect example, got absolutely trashed in the press for years. And just took it in her stride, and now she's beloved. Meghan, I think initially everyone loved her. Everyone thought it was really cool. An American woman, and oh, look, it turns out she's biracial. Great. Everyone was, And then to say that he's broken free from that, well, it seems like... there's a lot to think about there. First of all, in the royal family, I don't think their private life would have been invaded so much as it is being now. Is it being invaded now? I don't think he would have to expose so much about his personal life as he is doing now. So it's clear that he wants to expose a lot about his private life. But what were the things that he didn't like about being in the royal family? Because he's come away from that, and the only thing he talks about is his experience in the royal family. That's the only thing he has to sell. He doesn't have a career in anything. What exactly was it that he didn't like? Is it all the attention, all the press? Because they're doing everything they can to get as much attention as possible, as South Park quite rightly pointed out. So what is it? Well, I would love to know what it is that he broke free from, that he's so glad that he broke free from. I guess the freedom to express yourself more, but then him and Meghan, they're very sort of mealy-mouthed. They don't say anything controversial. They don't, not really. The whole memoir that Harry wrote was as bland as can be. There's no big, shocking crap in there. It's all a bit embarrassing, really, a bit cringe. But, there's nothing there. The only thing I can think of is what he means is, by breaking free, is he can make a load of shit ton of money for himself. And he's not accountable to anyone. That's what he means, isn't it? He doesn't know that he means that. He's too thick. But that's what he means. That's what they've broken free from. Any kind of obligation whatsoever. To just go around talking the banal, vacuous shit into a microphone while you pretend to have guests on your podcast, Meghan. And for this, oh God, the shell of a man to go from talk show to speaking at Nelson Mandela events in his monotonous voice. What? Yeah, that's what they've broken free from, isn't it? Obligations. They can just do what they want. It's just a shame that they've got nothing to give, really. That's the thing. If they'd broken free and they were like, oh, crazy, I'm going to do this mad podcast where I just take drugs. I'm going to be like a British Joe Rogan, you know? They're not doing anything. They're just talking about how horrible everything is. And very blandly, again, there's no big accusations or big... There's nothing, is there? There's nothing. There's just nothing. There's nothing there. We're talking about nothing. Six, there's the special effects. Harry focused on giving Archie and Lilibet a different upbringing. Yeah. Prince Harry told the expert that he is focused on trying to give his own two children, 3-year-old Archie and 1-year-old Lilibet, a different upbringing from the one he experienced. The Duke said, we only know what we know. Yep, that's true. Never a truer word was spoken, Harold. You only know what you know. We only know what we know. And for myself and my wife, we do the best we can as parents, learning from our own past and overlapping those mistakes. Perhaps, whoa, my computer. And perhaps, and growing to break that cycle. That cycle of what? Immense privilege. Of growing up in Hollywood for Meghan or growing up in palaces for you. Where your half of the bedroom didn't overlook the bronze statue of the roebuck deer. Or breaking the cycle of what? Your mum dying in a car crash. That isn't a cycle. That's a thing that happened that was bad. God. He added, I feel huge responsibility not to pass on any trauma or negative experiences. Yeah, God forbid you talking about your trauma all the time and writing books about your trauma and doing interviews about your trauma passes any fucking trauma onto your kids. You big sloth. I want to pass on any trauma or negative trauma or negative experiences that I've had as a kid, or as a young man growing up. Negative experiences. He was happy. You were happy, Harry. You were so happy. You were happy, Harry. You just don't remember. You just don't remember, Harry. It's all Meghan. You were a happy man. Going around, partying, whatever. You don't even look like the same person. You're not as in shape as you were. You don't look happy. You don't smile. You're always laughing. Look at the photos of Harry when he was younger. You're always laughing and joking around, and now he's just miserable. And his eyes look glazed and... I don't know. 7. Bang! 7th reveal. We're nearly there. We're getting there. Harry spoke about a lack of touching and hugs in the royal family. Jesus. All right. Okay. Woo! Here we go. Speaking about his own children, the 38-year-old said that he intends to smother them with love. Smother them with love. God damn it. Can you imagine being smothered? Oh, he's going to smother them all right. Jesus Christ. I don't know. These people surprise you. You never know. They might be great parents. You never know. I don't want to be too judgmental, because there is a side of them that we don't see. Until they put cameras until they put a live stream up in their house 24 hours a day to get more privacy, we're not going to know what they're like as parents. They might be great parents. You never know. I don't know. I'm not going to speak about that because, you know, kids, I don't like to bring that into it, you know, really too much. He intends to smother them with love. Dr. Maté mentioned the lack of touching within the royal family before highlighting how the late Queen would greet a 5-year-old Charles with a handshake when she returned from a royal tour instead of a hug. That does sound cold, you know, but it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I think I tend to feel that, you know, kids do need love and affection. I tend to think in my clinical practice, the conclusion I've come to is that love and affection is important for children. All right? Take that to the bank, people. That's, yep, you heard it here first. Speaking of a lack of hugs he received as a child, Harry claimed that it leaves me in a position of a father having 2 children trying to smother them with love. Yeah. He added, there are times when I catch myself when I should be smothering them with that love, but I might not be. His kid's trying to get out of the room. And so, wait! I need to smother you with love! That's a funny thing to say. Well done. Laugh at your own jokes a bit more. Number 8, we're nearly there, people. Harry opens, I guess, open up about positive experience with drugs. Well, I never saw that coming. He said Prince Harry has previously opened up about his drug use, with the Duke now claiming that marijuana was different. In the interview, Harry said that cocaine did nothing for him, although his experience was with marijuana. There's a lot of typos here, the Express. With marijuana was a positive one. His experience with marijuana was a positive one. So there you go. He said, marijuana is different. That actually really did help me. Yes. Yes, I'm sure it did. Yeah. I'm not saying marijuana doesn't help some people, you know. But to me, that glazed expression, where is that coming from? Is it drugs? What is it? I don't know. Could be nothing. Number 9, bang, 9. The 9th reveal with his sit down with Gabor Maté. Harry says, wife, Meghan, saved him. Yes, saved him. Saved him from his fun life. Oh, God. This is why I need to edit. I need to think of something wittier to say there. But, fun life, that's what came out. Saved him from his fun life. Yeah, there you go. Bang. Zinger. Since speaking of his wife of almost 5 years, Harry recalled a light bulb moment. Oh, God, you idiot. A light bulb moment in which Meghan asked him if his way of being was a reflection of his upbringing. Oh my God. Oh, she's got her claws right into you, Harold. Is your way of being a reflection of your upbringing? You evil siren. He also claimed how much he needed the pushback from her. I needed her to peck me. I was too much of a cocky cockerel. I needed a hen to peck me into place. Pushback. Peck back, more like. Since marrying Meghan in 2018, Harry also revealed he was giving a crash course. He was giving a crash course, No, I think again, it's a typo. He was given a crash course into understanding racism, adding that the racism Meghan and had experienced whilst being in the UK not only affected her, but was also a blight on society. Shut up. Shut up! What society? As if you've ever been in society, you... God damn it! I can't stand it when people like him talk down to the plebs like that. I can't stand it. It's the one thing the thing I can't stand about Prince Charles talking about climate change as well. That really bothers me. It's like, what the fuck would you know about how much I need to use my car? You posh twat. A blight on society. You have those thick northern white people, right? Yeah? Number 10, bang! 10th reveal. Harry spoke about adventures in royal residences. Opening up about his childhood, Harry revealed that he got to explore all the royal residences as a young child, describing it as an adventure. Ooh, that sounds good. I wonder if it's not good. Harry then joked that there were no trapdoors like in cartoons, before saying that he would have got traps if there was any. There were no trapdoors. I would have got trapped if there had been, though. Despite this, he shared that he used to think that his childhood was normal. Yes, until your Instagramming loving... oh, God. Until your Instagram loving bitch wife told you otherwise. Right? You used to think your childhood was normal until somebody said, your childhood, it's your childhood. Oh, shit. My computer again. I'm resting it on a bunk bed, if you're wondering. Is your way of being a reflection of your upbringing? You hissy snake. I think we're done here, aren't we? This is a long video. Like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. They were fabulous, weren't they? Those 10 rig reveals. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. See, this is why I need to edit my videos. I'll be back to editing my videos when I'm back from holiday. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the rest of it. Thank you. See you. Bye.